Hi crypto fans, welcome to CCS Cryptocurrency State. My name is Santiago, I'm a web developer and investor, and in today's video we are going to do a deep analysis on Bitcoin. We are going to see if you should be buying or selling right now, and if we are really bearish and this is a bearish situation, a bear market, or we are still chance to have some bullishness in the short and middle term. I will also share my analysis on the monthly, weekly and daily time frame to see what are the possibilities, and we are going to cover some real interesting information on the charts. Before we begin, please like the video, subscribe to the channel and click the bell to get the notifications. And without anything else, let's go into it. Hey guys, well, before we begin, I will tell you that in this video I will give you a very big picture of the market, a middle term picture, and more a daily time frame picture. So you will have a great idea after this video on how the market could continue going in the couple of months and days. Also, I will make it super easy for you to understand, so you will get a clear idea on how this goes from now on. And making a quick scene of this Excel file that I created, you will see that everything is super bearish or we are in a neutral territories, but that doesn't mean that there's not a possibility to a bullish scenario. But let's go frame by frame. So first of all, let's check the big picture, the monthly candle. If you are not familiar with the monthly candle, you should, because the relevance on the time frames is that what you see in the big picture in a monthly time frame usually will be more relevant and you will be more right about that information than a weekly time frame. And what you see in a weekly time frame, usually you will be more accurate of what you see in the daily time frame. So if you go lower in time frames, you will get more fake outs, fake signs, volatility. So the charts are more difficult to read actually. So the big picture is always important for you, and that will tell you also if you need to hold or sell already. The first thing to notice here, this is the BLX chart, so it's the historical chart of Bitcoin from 2010. So this is all the chart of Bitcoin. The first thing is that I am showing right now the moving average, the 21 and the 50, the 21 being the green one. And you can see that right now we are actually touching that as support in the monthly candle. And if we see that in the past, each time that we break that to the downside is what we could call a bear market. That happened here in the cycle of for 2014, 2015. This is the bear market of 2018-19. And this is the quick bear market from the Corona dump. So seeing very quickly this chart, you can differentiate bear market or a bullish time frame simply using the 21 monthly moving average. So right now, if we are considered that, we are at a critical level. If we go below this level on a monthly chart, so if this candle, the February candle, close below 34, for example, we will be creating a close candle below that territory. Every time that happens means that we are, of course, in a bear market. That happened here, here, and here. So as a first quick side, that is super important. What other to consider on this time frame is that the 50 moving average, if you see this chart, has been considered the bottom of any bear market. You can see how the bodies of the candle have been always getting the 50 moving average as support. Even if the wicks well below, you can see how any body always closes as support of the 50. And here in the Corona dump, we didn't actually close too near the 50 moving average. We closed it with a wick, but we didn't close a body below that. So we don't have body closes below that, and we can see or say that at least in the previous cycles, this 50 acted as support. So if that repeats itself, if we at least go near this value, we are talking about that we can go to $19,000 at the present moment. So this is something that you need to have in mind, that this is a possible scenario to go to 19,000 below the $20,000 mark, which also it will be super relevant because it will mean that we are testing this line of support again, the $19,000 of the previous top of the bull market 2017. So it will align to those levels. Even if the wick go below that, like happened here, this will be of course a very interesting area on this monthly chart to buy some crypto, Bitcoin or altcoins at that moment. In terms of indicators of the monthly, we have a cross on a MACD already at beginning of February, and we only have three of these on the historic chart of Bitcoin here. So each time that we have a bearish cross on the monthly, on the MACD, we have these bear markets, these dumps that we are calling bear markets on the cycles. So that is also an indication that maybe we are starting to go to that situation. If that happens, because the MACD is a lagging indicator, that could mean that we are in a situation maybe like this one, when we are getting support on the 21 and then we are going to dump. Or like here, getting support on the 21 moving average on the monthly, and then we are going to dump below to the 50. So that is a scenario that we are possibly current at that point. So the MACD is a lagging indicator, like I said, so that could continue developing, and maybe we are going to go to this 19,000 level. The rest of the indicators are not so important in the monthly right now. The stochastic RSI continue being bearish. You can see here, and we could continue being here for a long time. We have been here, for example, for March 2018 to April 2019. So 1 year below the 20 level, which is the important level to break up in order to reverse the trend. So we could go and stay below that for a long time. The RSI at this point is neutral, the same that the money flow index, or could be a little bearish at this point, but not much significance on that. If I change the moving average for the exponential moving average, we see a similar situation where the 20 exponential moving average is held in support, and similar to the 50 on the moving average, the exponential moving average also was maybe what we call the bottom of a bear market. So this is an interesting area to enter big positions. This will be life-changing money. I think if we go to these levels and we repeat the previous fractals, buying Bitcoin at $20,000 then could be your next big buy on your lifetime. And from there, a next cycle could go above $100,000 to $200,000 or more. Moving into the weekly time frame, also we are bearish on the moving average indicators. We are neutral in the RSI, but mostly the other indicators are also bearish. In the weekly, we have very important moving average. The triple moving average 21, 50 and 200 are played right now in this chart. And answering the question, are we in a bear market? Well, that depends on what you consider entering into a bear market, but for me, yes. Once we went below the 50 moving average on the weekly, for me, we enter into a bear market. And that happened here. If you follow me from a while and you see my technical analysis, one per week usually, you will note that I was very concerned when we break the 21 at this level and also here, but I was completely bearish when we break the 50. Actually, at this level, $45,000, I sold some of my positions that I have in my portfolio for the cycle long term. Because if you check the chart, and I only did it using that indicator, usually when you are below the 50 moving average, you are also in kind of a bear market or in a bad situation for the market. That happened also here in any of the cycles. Breaking the 21 for me means the end of the bullish cycle, like you can see here, but doesn't mean that we are in a bear market, like happened here. The 50 acted as support here. But after we break it that, for me, that means bear market. That is why I sold some of my positions that of course I plan to buy back. So the bear market for me started in middle January actually, or beginning of January. And until we go above the 21 weekly moving average, which is the green one, I still remain bearish, or at least not into a bull market. You can see how we recovered the 21 here and we started the rally. And when after the Corona dump, we also started the rally here using the 21 as support always. And the same happened here. When we break it the 21 to the upside, we started this rally also. So in each cycle that also happens. And when is the best time to buy Bitcoin or crypto according to the weekly time frame? When according to that is the 200 moving average on the weekly time frame, which also corresponds exactly with this time frame of what we saw on the monthly candle. You can see here 2014 and 15. We have support on the 200 moving average, usually never close bodies below that. We have wicks, but usually we don't have bodies below that, except here. But this is a great area to buy Bitcoin especially, but also some other powerful altcoins. That happened here on this cycle, happened here on this cycle, and also in the Corona dump. So anywhere near the 200 moving average on the weekly time frame is a great opportunity to buy. And right now at this level, that is at $20,000. So still, my considerations are for what we saw in the monthly, that we could go into this level. I think that is the most likely scenario, that we continue bearish and we capitulate into that. Capitulate means like this, what happened here. We break structure here and then we went super low here, acting as support on the 200. The same happened here with the Corona dump, which is a little particular scenario, and the same happened here. So I will expect to lose the $30,000 and go directly to 20. So also in terms of making money on a bear market, if we break $30,000, I think the short position is your best bet at that moment, because I think we are going to go to $20,000 very quickly. Of course, manage your stop losses always, and this is not financial advice, it's what I am going to do in my own opinion. Another way to confirm a buy area is using the Gaussian channel. Shout out to CryptoCure University. So subscribe to his channel. He makes usually very good analysis, and I saw this indicator from him. So usually this also in a weekly time frame mark the best moments to buy crypto. You can see how in the weekly time frame when turns red, usually we are in what we call a bear market. That happen in any cycle. You can see that here 2014-15, 2018-19, and the Corona dump. Right now we still are waiting for that to happen. We are not bearish yet. We are using the Gaussian channel as support. But when this turns red, that will begin the golden zone, what Crypto University called golden zone, and I am agree, which are your best opportunities to buy Bitcoin, and from my perspective, the powerful altcoins too. That is below $30,000. That doesn't mean that $30,000 is the best moment. That means only that when we are below, started that moment. So every time that you buy anything below that area, if you see that a couple of years after, you will see that was a great moment. That will help you to not try to catch the bottom and miss the opportunity. So you can start cost dollar averaging when we start going below that level, which is the $30,000, an important level right now. There are another things to look at the weekly chart, and the stochastic RSI already started to be bearish again. We went a little bullish here the last days when we reached some recovery to $45,000, but again we are starting to cross and we are below 20, so this could means that we are continue going and be bearish for a couple of weeks at least. Until we cross bullish the 20 level on the stochastic RSI, this could be a fake out and we could continue many weeks or months below that. The money flow index is super bearish right now. We are also waiting some recovery on that, and the stochastic and the RSI still is neutral. The MACD is still bearish. A little recovery of the histographic of the MACD, but that doesn't mean anything right now. We are still bearish on that. And in a daily time frame, we are super bearish because we are below all the major importance moving average. Some slightly bullish scenario on the RSI, stochastic RSI, but money flow index, MACD, exponential rebounds, we are bearish. TD sequential, alligator, we are bearish in all these major indicators. We are also bearish in the 4 exponential moving average on the daily candles, and in the Gaussian channel we are bearish from already a couple of days ago. In the alligator, you can see how we recovered here when we went to $45,000, but immediately a couple of days after that, we are already super bearish on the alligator, and I think this will be a continuation pattern. The major moving average, again, we are below all of them. Also, the 200 moving average on the daily marks bearishness and bullishness. Right now, you can see on the historic of that moving average that we are below the yellow line. This is the 200 moving average. This usually means a bad sign for the crypto space and Bitcoin. Usually is maybe not bear markets because we were not in a bear market at this level, but yes, marks bearishness on the market. So right now we are below on all the moving average, so that is bearish. And same happened with the exponential moving average on the daily candle. On the Gaussian channel, we are still bearish. We need to go above 45 and keep it as support to maybe revert this trend. But in the Gaussian channel, I prefer checking the weekly only. The daily is not so significant sometimes. But again, this is still bearish, didn't change anything for that. The only thing in the daily candle different is that we are held in support at this very big important level of the BPR, which is at $37,000. So if we continue having support at that area, I think it's a good opportunity, because you can see how the volume trading starts to go down and low that. If we go to the 31, then we don't have too much support, and we can go to 19, which is what will be expecting as a bottom of this bear market. $19,000-$20,000 is my expectation for the bottom of a bear market. Well guys, that is all for this analysis. I hope you have a very big picture right now on where we are on the cycle, where we are on the monthly, weekly and daily time frame. Remember, right now I will tell you that my expectations of how to work on this market are shorting the market below $30,000 and also buying, trying to catch the bottom of the market of what I show you in the monthly and weekly candles on those moving average or exponential moving average to enter big positions. So my expectation right now is have liquidity to that moment. So I am waiting with my USDT, USDC, my stable coins on side right now, and also trying to get more US dollars into my liquidity pool so I can enter heavy on crypto at that moment. Also, the bear markets are usually good to enter into projects to have passive income. I did a video about Atlas Cloud, something that I already entered, and I also entered with nodes in Pocket Network. I will do a video for that. So please check here this video about Atlas Cloud. It's a good way to start earning some passive incomes, and in 3-4 months you already will have recovered your investment at this point. It's a risk, of course, because it's a new company, but please check that video. It's a good idea to enter and generate passive income for different projects. Well guys, again, that is all for the video. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel and click the bell to get the notifications, and I will see you tomorrow with a new video. And also please put your comments below. What do you think about my analysis? Are you expecting to see anything more from my analysis, or do you think I bring quality to understand how is the market right now? Your feedback will be super appreciated, so thank you and bye.